right, let's get to my first guest of the evening. And let me just say it is an honor to have her on the show. You know her as the First Lady of the Click. I am joined with an artist, an activist, a podcast host. She got all the traits. I'm joined with the one and only Suga-T. She's with me right now. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being on the show this evening. It is truly an honor having you on the show just days after hip hop's birthday, by the way. I'm honored to have you on. Thanks for calling in.
Yes, for sure. Perfect time. And I'm celebrating 21 albums in 36 years and five group albums. So I'm still celebrating from the hip hop's birthday.
Much love and respect indeed. You got a lot going on. So let's get into some things. You have a new project on the way. Heiress I Am. That is your next album that's gonna be coming out. Talk about working on this and with the longevity that you have, how you feeling as you about to release another album. How are you feeling?
It's pretty common. I've done quite a bit of them. So it's just another album accomplishment. I'm grateful to still be able to do it, and more than ever to do it on my own and not have to rely or depend on nobody to do it for me.
Awesome. So, when will this project be released?
It'll be released this fall.
Okay, definitely looking forward to it. Here is I Am. It's the new project from Suga-T. She always bringing that fire. She always bringing the bars. She rep it for the woman of hip hop. She rep for the culture, and people that's been following her career since day one. You gonna love this project. I definitely enjoyed the previous album, The Rapidemic, and I love Flowers. That's one of my favorite songs of last year. Definitely a dope record.
Oh, thank you. The video, I love. I often open up that video even today, and I'll be like, "Oh, I like this video."
uh,
Yeah, thank you.
so absolutely. So now everybody, or at least a lot of people, are familiar with the Clubhouse app. It is a very popular app when you got a bunch of people just chatting with each other, networking with each other. You, on the other hand, you got this WorkIt program that's going on through Clubhouse. Talk a little bit about the WorkIt program and having it on Clubhouse.
Well, actually, it's not the worker program that's on Clubhouse. I got the Big Mama Young Grandmothers Club is on
Okay.
Clubhouse. So I just use my typical, just typical name, Sugar T, and then the clubhouse. Our clubhouse room is called the Young Grandmothers Club.
Oh, okay, I got you. So what was it like
Yeah.
using this Clubhouse for the work that you're doing?
I don't actually use it as much as I'd like. I'm kind of guilty of that, but I'm looking to build a little bit stronger on it. But my main platform has been my Suga-T Show, what Big Mama would have told you. That's been extremely convenient to just basically, create a show that is what I'm about, and that's that movement. So, on the platform for the work that I do more so is through my enterprise, through the record label and through some of the organization divisions that I have. So, depending on what type of work you're talking about, it's been I haven't taken full advantage of any of the work that I do on Clubhouse, but I'm going to start a little bit more. I'm just dipping and dabbing because it's just another added thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit late on the Clubhouse bandwagon myself. Still trying to learn stuff here and there. Um, so it's pretty cool. Given we're still dealing with this pandemic, and people when we was home, we've been home for most of last year. We got out the house, and things are getting more out of hand. So people are probably getting back to virtual meetings and chattings and stuff. So everybody out there, please be safe out there, whatever it is that you do, and we're gonna get through this somehow. But it's a bit overwhelming for all of us right now. Um, you mentioned the Suga-T Show. I take pride of podcasting and radio and such. I see your videos on Facebook, and you talk about a variety of topics. You talk hip hop, you talk politics. Just talk about you getting into you doing podcasting and with your longevity, with your knowledge of hip hop and the culture. What's it like just doing the podcast thing on the Suga-T Show?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty much another media presence. I did the Queen's View for a long time, the Queen's View rap table, and decided to do the Suga-T Show and put Queen's View on hiatus. And so it's kind of cool, because it's another production. It doesn't take a whole lot to get done, and that identifies with my excuse me, identifies with my what I'm about, and it's great to enlighten the people and continue to see people grow from it and enjoy the options, as well as giving people another platform to get some to use my platform to be heard or to be presented or highlighted. So it's an awesome move.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of your show. I definitely like what you're talking about, and just putting knowledge to people's heads. Given that you done hip hop for a very long time and you're a pioneer as it pertains to hip hop, and just paving the way for a lot of artists. And with that being said, obviously, woman, you got to work twice as hard. Put in the work. Um, Looking back in your career and what you've been able to accomplish, um, how do you want people to remember Suga-T when it's all said and done? As far as a hip hop artist, an activist, a host, just someone that's been active as a hip hop artist for a very long time. How do you want people to remember Suga-T when it's all said and done?
Yeah, just as your sister girl, a well-rounded sister girl who has had a great opportunity to see the good, the bad, and the ugly in front and behind the scenes, and from the community as well as from the echelon. So I've had my foot on both ends through my whole career, and it's a great opportunity to have balance. So I pretty much just want them to understand that I'm, to see me as a well-rounded, um, well-rounded around the way girl that know how to do the business and that can give you the business and that can give you the real. From Big Mama's perspective, I'm a grandmother of 6. My children are in their 30s. I'm still relative to a 20 and 30-year-old, still spitting game and spitting music elements, like it was yesterday, way ahead of the game. Many people have followed my, presence. So just being able to see people try and just, for people to know that they can't keep up with me because I'm not in a box. Um, and that box is hip hop, and I never will be in a box of just hip hop. Hip hop to me is bland. I'm a businesswoman, a professional. I've built enterprises. I'm a mother of many, a grandmother of many, a sister to many, an auntie to many, and I've done quite a bit, outside of the box on my own, unfortunately, with the help of God, and fought through the test of time to be different, from what has been presented today, which is a very bland and basic conversation and really general and behind time conversation of glorifying sex, money, alcohol, drugs, violence, stripping, bullying, and bragging that is so old and played out and non-evolving to me that I refuse to be stuck in that box as a black woman of intelligence and integrity, and that out of the respect of my ancestors who fought for black indigenous women of color to present more than just that. So as a responsible person who wants to walk in purpose in my calling, it's a blessing to be able to not be stuck in that hip hop box. Closing out, I'm a songwriter, a talent I write all kind of music. So if anyone goes through my music catalog, you will find that I have hip hop music, jazz, R&B, blues, gospel, soul, and continuously, even on the Rapidemic album, you can get a well-rounded experience with me. I think that everybody deserves to have a well-rounded experience with us who lead and who use our gifts to entertain. And as an entertainer, the blessing to be around this long and have reached an impact with so many people. I'm just trying to be fair and give those who will know me or who don't know me or who will experience my legacy while I'm here and after I'm gone, a chance to soar as well and to get more than just what they're giving out today in the hip hop culture, which is very disappointing.
Absolutely. Just and it shows. You've been around for a very long time, and just being able to adapt and just evolve throughout the years is pretty incredible. Some people don't make it to their profession this long, and seeing that you have done it, you are proof that it can. It's just putting in the work, being around people that's gonna be down for you since day one, and just to see that you're still here, that you're still doing this, you definitely deserve your flowers. And to the woman that helped pave the way in hip hop, definitely deserve their flowers as well. And you bring up the woman of hip hop back in the day. What would you say to today's female hip hop artists that not necessarily paying homage to the woman of the past? What would you say to today's hip hop as it pertains to, look, there's women that came before you, give them their props, give them their love. What would you say to today's woman hip hop artists that's out there?
It depends on which one it is because there's so many different types. They kind of, at this point, all sound the same. So if I just take it as a general statement, I would just say you guys need to change and not all sound the same because it sounds horrible. And it sticks you in a box of foolishness, and it's just not necessary. You gotta know that you're so much more than that. That's what I would say to them, generally speaking. You know what I mean? Because there's so many different types of women with different types of setups going on, but it's not a general statement. Each situation is always, as you know, custom made, so the conversation has to be directed towards an individual. But generally speaking, they all sound the same, and just bring something different. Somebody come and go against the grain and be okay with it. And don't let money be your only driving source and fame to be seen. And don't get stuck in a box, Don't just do one thing. I would never just only do hip hop. That's scary. I would never be in something that I got to depend on people for. I've only been able to survive because I know how to run my own machine. But even then, it's tough, and it's a fight, especially when you're standing for something. So, that's what I could say is, is do something, do it because of. Be a leader. I mean, don't just lay down and just do what everybody else doing because it's really played out and it's boring. That's what I would say.
Absolutely. So check out Suga-T. She got a website, sugar-t.com. Check out the WorkIt project. Check out the Sugar Rush. Check out her radio show. She's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all under the name Suga-T. Check out the flowers, the WorkIt music videos as well. And be on the lookout for her new album, Heiress I Am, coming out in the fall. That's going to be a dope album. I enjoyed the Rapidemic album, and I'm definitely looking forward to this one as well. And Suga-T, it's an honor to have you on the show. I want to thank you so very much for repping hip hop, for repping for women of hip hop, repping for the culture. I appreciate you being on the show, and this is definitely one of the biggest highlights in my 14 plus years of doing internet radio. And just talking to you made it. I learned a lot as for as a casual hip hop fan. So thank you for your time. You being a busy lady and all. I appreciate you being on the show this evening.
Thank you so much. You have a great day, and thank you for the support. And be blessed, and stay healthy and safe, and stay strong. Continue to stand for something.
Well said. You enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
All right, for sure. Take care.
All right. Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.